then happy classes. Let's get started slowly, step by step. Agenda for today's class. What is database to start with? Non-technical questions, if any, will be addressed from our team as well as by me on WhatsApp and call. We'll communicate separately anyway for our resume planning or any kind of access to our weekend workshops, etc. Let's get started slowly. What is database? Let's stay tuned. You have an assignment. You will submit it to get into the course from tomorrow. Please help me. I repeat again. Every day we have assignments. We have assignments from today itself. It's a demo class, introduction class. You will submit your assignment to get into the class from tomorrow. I need your support. Let's get started. Database. In olden days, we used to store. In fact, even today we can store. We have been storing data in files, Excel, PDF, something called JSON. Remember, JSON, AVRO. We are going to learn about them one by one anyway. We need to play with them. Multiple type of files: Excel file, CSV file, text file, document, PDF, so on. Then why we need database? To store any type of data. What does it mean? Any type. Passwords. Just close your eyes and imagine how we can store passwords in Excel. No answer. How do you store passwords in PDF? No answer. But database, our new friend from tomorrow, any type of data we can store. No exceptions. Any amount of data. Microsoft says their Power BI cloud can store 100 terabyte data per account. Fabric cloud can store 200 petabytes of data per account, and Azure unlimited storage. How it is possible? That's the beauty of database. Unlimited data, any type of data, fully secured and nicely organized. Let me walk into my house, to my home after the class today. And I have two rooms, one living room, one store room. Let's drive to our office tomorrow morning and we see showrooms, godowns. The same thing here. There are two basic types of databases, OLTP, remember. Online Transaction Processing Database. What is this? To store live, real-time data, live temperature data, live stock market operations, anything live, OLTP, remember. We'll go for questions after 10 minutes, please. Let's observe carefully. What is that? OLTP, live real-time data, transaction data. Other one called data warehouse. What is that? Data warehouse, remember. This data warehouse is mainly to store old historical data, inactive data, just like a godown, remember. Now OLTP, the birthplace of data, remember friends, the birthplace of data, OLTP. And then comes warehouse, the actual house of your data, big data activities. It's all about big data, remember. Big data is nothing but data warehouse. OLTP is nothing but live real-time data. What is it? Live real-time data. Then we have other type of databases anyway. We have other type of databases as well. From then comes the concept of reporting. Now, why we are learning this today? Basic types of database OLTP designed by developers. Developers will be responsible. Database developers, programmers will be responsible to design these OLTP databases in live real-time environment. Data warehouse, data engineers will be responsible. DBAs need to administer, manage, monitor, troubleshoot, repair the databases, both OLTP and data warehouse. So DBAs are the database doctors. Data analysts, it's all about analysis, reporting, forecast, accurate analysis, predictive analysis, etc. Business analysis, data analysis, etc. So 4 important job roles will be evolved from these 2 basic types of databases and how they work together. To make it easier, a small diagram on my screen. This is going to guide us from today until our project work. Participants who are already having some touch on the technology can start their case studies, and once you submit your case studies, you can start the project in parallel to the course, or let the course continue with weekly case studies every week. You'll submit them on time and then go for the project. You may start the project anytime as you wish once you complete at least 2 initial case studies. Every week you have a case study for every course. Now back to our concept. Here it is. In fact, the case studies are designed based on these arrow marks. You have various data sources like files, Power Apps, websites, or simply say apps, websites, and other simulators, or we say something called IoT or other devices. We have them. From here, from these data sources, we have something called OLTP layer, live transaction processing layer, called live OLTP layer. Live data, real-time data. Developers design the databases, DBAs manage the databases. And then comes data warehouse layer. Data engineers will take care. Data engineers design these data warehouses. DBAs need to manage data warehouses. Then comes something called BI developers who involve analytical reports, OLAP databases. Everywhere, common analysis, data analysts. Okay, data analysts, they do reporting activities. The color to your actual data, the creamy layer. Now, based on this information, we have one small important content, our job roles. We are all working for a project. Project has multiple teams, right? We should know who is doing what, isn't it? I am a DBA. I should know what the job roles of my other colleagues in the project, data engineers, data analysts, developers. Here it is. So this particular screen is for everyone. Developers will be responsible to design the OLTP databases, 100% coding. Programming activities. In our classes, in case you are planning for programming, Transact SQL programming, you will be involved in writing a 3,500 lines of code. Programming. That is called project. I repeat again, 3,500, I think 3,560 lines. We started from 2,000, it became 3,000, now 3,500. Something like this. This is all about development. OLTP, development activities we call. Programming activities, development. Whereas the other one, database administration, DBA, less or minimal coding. Truly speaking, say 1 out of 25-30 examples will involve code. That too not programming, is completely scripting. And it's all about, of course, we'll start from the scratch and then go for something called backups. Detailed architecture first, then backups. It's all about a Xerox copy of the database. I said database doctor, right? What if database fails? What if database is slow? What if data is corrupted? What if data is missing? How to prevent missing data? How to resolve missing data? How to secure? How to audit? How to recover? How to migrate? It's all about management, monitoring, administration, activities, part of the database administration classes. And I was telling database doctor, mainly keeping in mind something called health check, we call health checks of the database, repairs, something called high availability, disaster recovery, rebuilds, reorganizations, etc. Failovers, clusters, virtual machines, always on, and so on. This is database administrator. Whereas data engineer is all about one of the common term we have been hearing since our childhood, called cloud computing. Remember, it's all about cloud compute activities we call. Okay, so there comes the concept of cloud computing activities. So we are going to have something called compute, personal compute, public compute, private computes, etc. Different type of cloud computing activities. But for what? Remember, data engineer is all about cloud computing and big data activities. We have good amount of concepts in cloud computing and big data, data factory and storage, data lake, Synapse activities, Synapse analytics, Apache Spark, incremental loads, data lake, delta lake, one lake, so on. A 7 weeks journey. What is that? This one, data warehouse. So OLTP, there are two departments, okay? OLTP, there are two departments, either developer or DBA. Data engineering, data warehouse, data engineering, data engineer, and we have something called, again the same DBA comes here, called ETL admin. We call it as ETL admin. Then we have OLAP activities, data analysis. We have core BI developer. And this is data analysts. So one project, one data will be taken care by different teams for different purpose. And from here comes Power Apps, Azure AI and Excel. Whereas on top you have Azure Machine Learning and also RPA, robotic process automations, and other data science concepts. Next, to get some idea what we are going to do, let's continue further back to our screen. I'm just showing you this particular slide across different screens. Developers, OLTP database, data engineers, data warehouse, cloud computing, ETL, big data activities, data analysts for reports and dashboards, DBA, management, troubleshooting, maintenance activities. As on date, for SQL Developer, there is no certification. for core SQL developer. We used to have it earlier, but now Microsoft has one common certification for SQL plus Python programming and SQL programming clubbed together, embed together for a single certification there. And our courses from certification front, it would be data engineering or analyst or admin that you will choose. Hence, onto my screen from the previous item here, job roles. From certification, data analyst job roles, data engineer job roles, and administrator job roles. Choose whichever you wanted to, or the combinations you are planning for in your resume. What data analysts will do? To read data from various sources and paint the data, make it report, make it colorful. They involve in something called reports, dashboards, AI, Copilot, Power Query, DAX, and so on. Data engineers are more into data warehouse, ETL, orchestration, data factory, data bricks, data lake, one lake, and CI/CD we call DevOps concepts, and various architectures for streamlined warehouse. Warehouse means, remember, godown of our data. And DBAs, what and what not, every management activity. No exceptions, no limitations. Every management, upgrades, migration, repairs, security, troubleshooting, DBAs need to take care on both OLTP as well as data warehouse. From here, so you'll proceed for your SQL concepts initially. From there, we'll work together to step into either data engineering and or Power BI combinations, or completely different DBA. From DBA, you can do admin activities, ETL admin, warehouse admin activities. Choice is yours. From here, you'll be receiving this Excel sheet today that involves the concepts that we are going to learn chapter wise. In addition to this, you'll be receiving PDF also that includes detailed content in each chapter. Take that print copy as well. Please make sure you plan your things in such a way of at least 1 hour free time a day to practice. So let's get started from the scratch carefully. Here it is. Wait, this one. Let's start from the scratch. SQL concepts first. SQL concepts, what we are going to learn and why, and from here where we are going to proceed for. Let's go there slowly, step by step. In our SQL concepts, we are going to start from database architecture, database concepts. Without architecture, we cannot travel correctly. So we need detailed architectural understanding. We should know what's happening inside first. Then queries and basic tuning, procedures, trigger functions, etc. The basement first. After strong basement, then continues with whatever path you choose for your resume and certification needs. So detailed content will be sent on email with keyword checklist. Please take print copies of all the keywords, course curriculum, the keywords, and the learning path. Next, what else? Let me recap once again what we learned so far from technical perspective. We started slowly today from what is database. Let me recap for 5 minutes and then we'll go for questions. So this is the notes you'll be receiving today in addition to the curriculum and the learning path. Database. A platform to store any type of data, any amount of data in a secured, faster, organized, meaningful format. There are various types of databases. OLTP, live real-time data, like for example, live temperature. Data warehouse, to store old historical data like past temperature data. OLAP, online analytical processing database, mainly for predictions and forecast, like weather forecast. Then we have OLTP plus data warehouse plus OLAP is equal to HTAP. Everything blended together, HTAP, like Google Map. What is this specialty? Live forecast. You are traveling in your vehicle and you see the Google map that travels along with us. We see ETA, expected time of arrival, ETA, live ETA, live tracking activities. So ETA is nothing but the predictions. Anything with live forecast is what STAP means, an online cricket match, say a cricket match. Live ball to ball score, OLTP. Past match data, data warehouse. Score predictor, OLAP. Live forecast, STAP. Usually any business environment, any project need to have these 4 different levels of databases. So here are the job roles I was actually talking about. Please see if we can have a look at the certification numbers. Nowadays, every resume certification is slowly becoming a mandatory requirement. In few cases officially, in few other cases unofficial, but certification and score in certification is also nowadays becoming a mandate. So I need to aim at your score as well. We need it. I'll provide you enough certification samples. Let's travel together. What is SQL? Our classes from day after tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to have installation of the required software. Then from day after tomorrow, I said SQL, right? SQL, what it is? SQL, structured query language. From day after tomorrow, we are going to start the technical classes. SQL, structured query language. A platform to communicate, a platform to operate on any database. What is this? You and me are going to communicate after a few minutes Q&A time. Next 2 to 3 minutes, we'll start our communications. But how we communicate? Through language, right? Here, a person understands a language, database understands SQL. How we are going to communicate? English, a brand of languages. Here, the brand of SQL called MS SQL. Brand of SQL invented by Microsoft to talk to databases stored inside Microsoft House. Transact SQL, TSQL. You ask me the difference between iPhone and mobile. We'll say iPhone is a brand of mobile. Windows is a brand of OS. MS SQL, also called Microsoft SQL or Transact SQL, is a brand, is a variant of SQL. So to talk to any database, we need SQL. If the database is sitting inside Microsoft House, MS SQL. Here it is. To talk to any database, every touch on the database needs SQL. Remember, any touch on database needs SQL. If the database is sitting inside SQL Server House, we have Transact SQL or MS SQL. If same database sitting inside Oracle House, different company, different brand, but same purpose, PLSQL. Same way, MySQL, a separate brand altogether. We have separate courses, separate trainers for all these brands, and I am responsible for this particular green item, our classes from tomorrow. So how we are going to implement the things tomorrow? The final item, DBMS, Database Management System. It's a software. Okay, it's a software. For what? It's a software to design, manage, maintain databases. Very simple. For example, you bought a mobile. We need to have some OS inside it, right? Some Android, iOS, etc. Software is required to operate on the mobile. Here, to operate in database, we need a software called DBMS. You'll be receiving the download links today. Please download the software. You'll receive in next 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes. Please download this software. We need to download total of 2 softwares initially. You'll download them. We are going to enjoy the installation tomorrow together. And then there is something called DBMS brand called SQL Server. DBMS mean Database Management System, a software to design, manage, administer databases. What is SQL Server? A DBMS from Microsoft. User friendly and cheaper, free support and support cloud active, free support and cloud. Cloud means a remote storage. I'll take care of installations. You please take care of the practice step by step as is. We are going to work with the latest versions of SQL Server from tomorrow, 2022, for everyone. Participants planning for experience in their resume, we have extra classes, part of the course curriculum with older versions. So you will be giving us your profile type as well, starter or experience. We need it. Editions of SQL Server, developer, evaluation, express, all these 3 free. Enterprise, data center, standard editions, we have them, part of the course enterprise. There is a difference between free and paid versions. Enterprise edition, I shall provide you the access. I shall provide you the access for this. We need all these basic concepts to start our course. I shall provide you access to it. Developer evaluation is free and can be installed in your PC. Okay, here it is, to be installed in your PC. Next, we need both. Okay, we need both installation required in your PC, also access our online server. Both are required, part of our course. Prerequisites, nothing, trust, nothing else, really trust. I'll take care. Trust the curriculum, trust the day-wise course plan. We'll get started from scratch. We shall start from the very basic, step by step. Need your support. Make sure you have Windows 8 or higher, 6 gig RAM. If you are using MacBook, please enable Windows inside your Mac or install any virtual machine. Any trouble here, please contact me. weekly assignments and case studies. I'll take care. Make sure you do on-time practice so that we can have a nice one-to-one resume by mid of the course. With this, any questions, clarifications, over to you. I need to send you all this content. Number one. Number two, the day-wise roster and the detailed course curriculum. I need to send it to you. I'll do. In the meantime, let's go for questions, please, one by one. And you'll be informing us the course you're opting for and the profile type. We'll do one by one slowly now. We'll stop for today. Let's go for one-to-one clarifications.